Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Corey, and we're back here with another video. Today, I'm bringing out some heat on a 8.3 Beast Mastery Hunter Guide. This might be a long video or maybe short how fast I get to the content. Just make sure you like, follow, and subscribe for more content like this. So let's get right into it. So the first are the talents. For your first 15 row, Animal Companion. Your call pet additionally summons the first pet from your stable. This pet will obey your kill command but cannot use pet family abilities. For level 30, one with the pack. Wild Call has a 20% increased chance to reset the cooldown of Barb Shot. So we can go here for our passives. Your Wild Call, your auto shot critical strikes have a 40% chance to reset the cooldown of Barb Shot. Natural Mending. Every 30 focus you spend reduces the remaining cooldown of acceleration by 1 second. This is your heal. This is very good. Thrill of the Hunt. Barb Shot increases your critical strike chance by 3% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 3 times for a total of 9. 75, your utility row. Binding Shot. Fires a magical projectile tethering the enemy and other enemies within 5 to 10 yards, rooting them in place for 8 seconds if they move more than 5 yards from the arrow. So you place it, you shoot it down, they're in the radius, they try to move out, they get stunned. Simple enough. The other option you have is Post Haste. Disengage also frees you from all movement impairing effects and increases your movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. So you're in a route, you're in the traps from freehold, you disengage, you're out of it. And it also gives you a movement speed boost afterwards. For your level 90, Stomp. When you cast Barb Shot, your pet stomps the ground, dealing X amount of damage to all nearby enemies. And for your final, Aspect of the Beast. This increases your pet's abilities by 30%, also increasing the effectiveness of your pet's Predator's Thirst, Endurance Training, and Pathfinding passes by 50%. Now, this talent build is for AoE scenarios and mythic dungeons. For single target, you just change one talent, and that's Killer Cobra. And that's on certain. That's like only for like Workshop and King's Rest if you wanted to do so. But you mainly want to run Aspect of the Beast. So that's it for the talents. Now let's go into our Heart of Azeroth. For your Heart of Azeroth, for AoE and Fortified weeks, you want to take Blood of the Enemy Major, Vision of Perfection, rank 3, Conflict and Strife, and Breath of the Dying. For tyrannical weeks, you could run Vision of Perfection because the ads are not really that important. It's the boss, and you can run Blood of the Enemy Minor. So you just switch those two for fortified and tyrannical. So next we have our stats. Critical start off for critical strike. Critical strike is your most highly valued stat. You want at least 60. Right here, I only have 42%. That's because every piece of my gear is not gemmed yet. And I only have right here. I only have one rank 2 severe. I need a rank 3, which is 12%. So I'll be at around 50 to 60 once I get all my gear gemmed and then socketed. Your next stat is haste. Haste increases your attack speed and focus regeneration. You want at least 30%. You don't need 30. 30 just makes the class feel so much smoother. Because I've tried running 60 crit with like low 20 haste, like 22, 23. It kind of feels kind of slow. And I feel like the high crit is not worth it unless you don't have the haste. Your next is versatility. Versatility is your worst stat. It's not the best. It only increases your damage and healing done by 2% or an X amount. Versatility becomes more valuable when you're in high keys, when you need the damage protection. Mastery. Mastery is one of your. It's probably haste and mastery are about the same, depending on how high the key is and how many targets. Mastery increases the damage done by your pets by a flat amount. So one mastery equals to 1% of damage. After that, yeah, we can go into our Azerite. Azerite you would want for Dungeons specifically, you want 3 Primal Instincts and 2 Dance of Death with 1 Rapid Reload. Primal Instincts is Aspect of the Wild increases your mastery by 1300 and grants you a charge of Barb Shot. And Dance of Death, Barb Shot has a chance to equal your critical strike chance and grants you a chunk of agility for 8 seconds. Overwhelming Power, you would try to get Overwhelming Power on all your gear because the haste, again, is very valuable for the hunter. Your damaging abilities have a chance to grant you 25 applications of Overwhelming Power. Each stack of Overwhelming Power grants you 33 haste. And then over the course, you lose it every second. Let's talk about Rapid Reload. Rapid Reload is very essential for Mythic Plus or dungeon scenarios. It multi-shots that damage more than 2 targets fire an additional wave of bullets, dealing X amount of damage and reducing the cooldown of your aspects. So for 3 targets, that's 3 seconds, and then it's 1 second per target. So you have 4 targets. Every time you cast it, that's 4 seconds off of your Aspect of the Wild. And this is your chest piece from N'Zoth, Primal Instincts, Dance of Death, Overwhelming Power. You get your head from... It's kind of bugged here. You get your head from Carapace, and you get your chest from N'Zoth, and you get your shoulder piece from rolling the Azerite. Now let's go into Corruption. Corruption, you want Severe, Expedient, in some cases Inevitable Truth, and Masterful. Also the Bow, Whisper Truths. So you'd want only the rank 3 Severes and Expedients, because right here I only have, you want at least crit and mastery or crit haste on all your gear. I have multiple pieces that only don't. That's why my crit is a little bit low. I'm missing around probably 4% of crit just from this piece alone, because 100, if I get 100 crit, 140 crit, that's going to give me like 2 to 3% plus the critical strike from the severe would bump me up. After that, you want Expedient. Expedient increases your amount of haste from all sources. Once again, haste is very good for the hunter. It's not as good as crit, but haste makes the class feel less clunky, and it lets you Cobra Shot, Kill Command, Cobra Shot, Kill Command, Multi-Shot, Kill Command, stuff like that. And Masterful increases in your mastery gain from all sources by 9%. So that 9% is being multiplied or additive, whichever one it is, to the mastery that you gain from your Primal Instincts. So I'm stacking 3 Primal Instincts. So 1300 times 3, either plus or times 12%. So I'm sitting at 51 without the cooldown. I press it, I'm at 165. So I go from 50% doing damage from my pets to 165. With Rapid Reload, this allows you to be able to reset the cooldown of Aspect of the Wild, which is your mastery increase, which is your damage increase. And for the bow, auto shots reduce the remaining cooldown of one hunter ability by 2 seconds. So as the game is just auto shotting for you, it has a chance to reset Barb Shot, Kill Command, Cobra Shot, Exhilaration, Aspect of the Wild, even Beast Wrath, any hunter cooldown. There's only some niche cases where it's bad, because if you use if you use Disengage or Freezing Trap or Misdirection or your Stun, it increases how many cooldowns that you've used to go off of. So if you use like Disengage, Turtle, or Exhilaration at the end of a pack or during that fight, it has a chance to not help your damage abilities to get off cooldown, if that makes any sense. So after that, we're just going into the trinkets. You want a Harlan's Dice or Vita Right now I'm running a Gale Colors Boom because I do not have, unfortunately, a 475 Vita. If I did, I'm running a 475 Vita and this dice. But right now I'm using the Gale Colors Boon. The Gale Colors Boon does allow me to control when I get the haste bonus. So it's good for if they need a pack to be bursted. Pop on my cooldown to Gale Colors Boon. I get 30 haste just off of it, and that's every minute. So every minute I get 30% more haste. So now for your rotation, first you want to start off 2 seconds before. You want to Beast of Wrath, double barb shot, aspect of the wild, multi shot, barb shot again to get 3 stacks of frenzy, and then you start just weave in multi shots. When barb shot comes up, kill, command, weave. Barb shot comes up, your Beast of Wrath is back up. Barb shot, multi shot, multi shot, multi shot, kill, command, barb shot, multi shot, multi shot. Barb shots up, multi shot, and right back then, that's only been 20 seconds, and I already have my damage. So it's just rinse and repeat. It's back up, multi shot. It's reducing the cooldown by 4 seconds every time. You want to maintain frenzy stacks with barb shot. It should be pretty easy because with all the additives to barb shot, this should never fall off. There's only some cases where you're just unlucky, but that's very rare to do. I don't even have the 60% crit, and it's coming up. I'm getting very lucky procs with visions. I don't know how. I'm just pressing it, but it's pretty simple. It's multi-shot, off cooldown, just spam it. Once you have it, barb shot when it procs, Beast of Wrath, kill, command, weave if you want to. The thing with kill, command, weaving, you only want to kill, command, weave when you know you're going to get the cooldown back. So if we're killing a pack and I use Aspect of the Wild, I wouldn't want to kill command. I want to use multi-shot as much because I would want it more. And it's not worth doing a kill command even though it's 120k damage. Having Aspect of the Wild up for the next pack is more worth it than that. But when you want to kill command is when you know you're going to be able to get the cooldown back. That just comes with playing and just knowing the class better. So that was my quick, simple, easy guide for BM Hunter. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.